Can you imagine a life without technology? In society today, no matter where you are or where you look, you will see someone sending a text, taking a selfie, or sending an email for work or to friends. Facebook, which was created back in 2004, is now the leading social website out there with over a billion users. Emailing is a huge form of communication, with websites like Yahoo, Outlook, and many others people use every day to communicate. Almost everyone has a smartphone in their pockets, and we'll use them to text, call, email. But how important is technology? We all know that it's an ever-growing part of our lives and will continue to grow for generations to come. How will that impact the way we communicate? Technology can lead to having a negative impact on our lives. For instance, look at Miss Hillary Clinton and how much trouble she has caused just by her emails. I know that she is running for president and she supposedly had classified information and she erased them, but still, everyone knows what she did because technology allows us to find these things. I'm working on getting my bachelor's degree in technology management. For my speech today, I want to talk to you about how information technology is leading in today's job market. It is expanding different forms of communication. According to U.S. News, the IT manager position is ranked 21 out of 25 in the top jobs in the country. That is why I chose to get my degree in technology management. According to Ms. Deb from Central Queensland University, information technology was defined as technology used to store, manipulate, distribute, and create information. She goes on to talk about how new technology allows us to interact like never before. Technology and the internet has revolutionized the way we learn. We can interact, we can talk to teachers, we can get our degrees right from our living room. We can even work from home and earn a living. We can buy anything and everything we could ever wanted or need just from the internet. And we socialize with anybody we want anywhere around the world. Technology has caused a lot of bad things around the world as well too. Every day you hear about bad things going on around the world just by looking on the wall of your Facebook page. 10 or 15 years ago, that would seem crazy. The only way you would know what was going on in the country is television or newspapers. Now, even your money, your identity, none of that is safe. People can steal your money that you've worked for your whole life and even take your name and buy things with them with just a laptop. It's hard to believe sometimes what somebody can do with the technology that's out there. The developer of a website called SEOchat is owned by a man named Jim Boykin, who is the CEO of Internet Marketing Ninjas. An article on his website named The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly states you can look back 10, 15 years ago and see that there was no such thing as Twitter, Facebook, or Yahoo, and it's hard to imagine being in our society today without any type of social media. We can share pictures of our lives, we can email for work or communicating with friends. We can even call or text us simply by pushing a couple buttons on your phone. We also must remember that technology is still relatively new. It's not like speech that has been around for centuries, and we need to give technology time to draw new guidelines to understand communication is going to be different with this type of technology. Some people might misinterpret an email or a text message. They might think you're being mean, when in fact all they're doing is talking. So like I was saying before, we just need to give technology time to evolve, to come up with better rules of understanding how to interpret what they are saying. Things are new, or things are being developed new every day to help us with communication. There are symbols, there are things called emojis, which help us show emotion so that the reader or whoever you're sending it to can understand the emotion you are trying to convey. According to Mr. Zhang, who wrote The Role of Online and Offline Workplace Communication, he goes on to explain that organizations continue to spend huge amounts of money in new forms of technology for communication. Is in every growing aspect in our society. Major companies rely on this technology to communicate and operate for their businesses. Even employees using social media like Facebook or LinkedIn They use this to help keep in touch with their employees, stay connected with people they work with, and to help build them as a team. Emailing has made it easier and faster to do your job quickly. Depending on who you're emailing, you don't even have to talk face to face to figure out a simple problem anymore. All you have to do is simply send out an email. I hope now you can see why I chose to get my degree in information technology. During this speech, I talked to you about how information technology has affected um, how we are today in our society, um, the effects of emailing that had on society and in the workplace, um, the internet for growing education in America. Technology will always continue to grow and change the way we communicate and function in our lives. I urge you to get involved and learn everything you can about the different technologies out there. Teach them to the next generation, because technology is not going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you.